Hi guys, welcome to Delaware Studios. Let's convert existing Java code to a Kotlin code. We're actually going to be using a sample from the channel in a video called Android Recyclerview and CardView layout you're seeing right there. We'll be getting the source code from the GitHub, and we're actually going to convert these Java classes to a Kotlin code. So let's get started. Right there, we have the video. So if you are not familiar with this video, you can check the link and get the video. Also, you can get the source code from this link, github.com/Delaroy/card demo. So you can actually extract that and follow along with me. So I'll actually be headed straight to Under Studio, where I have a setup, just like creating a new Under project, a Kotlin project. So we have it as the main activity .kt. Also, we have a vector graphic where we actually going to use a floating action button in this project, and the recycler adapter, which will actually bind data to the view. That's another class we'll be using. And if you notice in the app directory, that's the Gradle, you have the dependency, the support design with 5.3.1, also the Recyclerview and the CardView, all included. You have the JetBrains Kotlin version dependency included out of the box once you start up the project using the Android Studio 3.0. So that's just how that works. We have the activity main, which is we won't be using the default activity main. We'll be using the activity card demo XML, which is actually gotten from the code, which sets up the recycler view with the coordinator layout, and you have the ABA layout as well. And we will be looking at the card layout, which is the items in the card. It's just an image view right there in the relative layout with the text view of the title and another text view for the detail, the item detail. We have that wrap around a card view. So that's fine. And the dimension, we have the activity horizontal margin and the vertical margin, 16 dps. Cool. This is the build Gradle of the project, where we have the class path to the Kotlin Gradle plugin, also pointing at the Kotlin version. So you have that set. Now we'll be headed straight to the main activity. You have it this way. You declare any Kotlin project, any startup of an activity with a class called the main activity, which points to the app compact activity. We used to have it as extends app compact, and over here we used to have the public the override method, which is the onCreate. Now you override, sure, but now you use a fun when you declare a public method, and you have the onCreate here, where you pass in your save instance state, which is a bundle, and you have a question mark to actually depict that instead of instantiating the bundle one more time. You call the super onCreate save instance state, and you also set the content view to the layout activity main. That's fine. So from here we'll be moving forward. Let's get to look at the layout. Layout should be activity card demo, so I can easily change this to activity card demo. That's set up. So now I'll be copying some of the code from the card demo down to this particular project. So in the course of copying those codes, you get to see how the changes will be melted. So let me get started with that. Now I have the first aspect of the recycler view, where I need to call the recycler view and the recycler adapter. I copy these out and I head straight to Under Studio. This actually sits as a field, and once I paste, I want you to notice something. It's the clipboard contains the seems to be a Java code. Do you want to convert it to Kotlin? Cool, I want to do that. So you click on yes, I want that converted to Kotlin. And if you notice, we've declared a recycler view with a variable character and also the private value for the adapter called the recycler adapter, which you actually created right there in the Java class. The recycler adapter, this is a Java class, and this is a Kotlin project. So we want to intermingle the Java with Kotlin class. So you have that setup, and this the nullable which we're talking about. At first it's passed to null. So we have that declared. You can see how it's been converted from the Java code to the Kotlin code. Now let's move further. We need to declare the recycler view. I'm actually using the text editor to actually get that copy out. When we instantiate, normally you call the view by ID to the appropriate ID of a recycler view, and after that you have to set the layout manager to the particular view, which is probably a linear layout manager or a grid or a flexbox, staggered grid, and so on. So let me get back to copy the whole bunch of the recycler view and the linear layout manager with the adapter. Just copy that out and back to the studio in the onCreate method. Let me give a space and paste that right there. So we have to convert that to Kotlin, and we click on yes. So we have to wait for a while. Fine, we have that converted. And if you notice, it's actually giving a kind of error that the smart cast to Recyclerview is impossible because the Recyclerview is mutable property that could have been changed by this time. So how are we going to fix that? It's by clicking on the bulb and add non-null asserted. So make that not null, so that will actually go. The same thing for this line. So sometimes when you copy your code, you still have to fix some little errors. So you just have to get the clue from the bulb to know what particular error you're going to fix. So back to the text editor. Now we need the onCreate options menu. I need to copy that out as well. And I'll go back to the studio. This is a particular method being overridden. And I paste that right there. Convert to Kotlin. Have that converted to fun. And we need to import the menu. So you click that to actually get that imported. And right there, we need to actually create a menu, which will sit right there in the res. You need to create a menu directory called menu, and we'll give it a name called menu card demo. The menu resource called menu card demo. Go back. We have that set up. So we also need to copy in the onCreate options, on options item selected. We all need that, so you copy that as well. Go back to the studio. Paste it right there. Convert to Kotlin, and should be good to go. We need to import the menu item. Now we need an action settings, which will actually be right there in the menu. So let's get to do that. Now we need to get what's causing this method. So you need to add the override modifier. So once you add that, that should go. The same thing goes for here. Since we are overriding, we need to add the override modifier. So once you add that, that should go. And now we need an action settings. Now let's quickly get that done in the menu, where we get to create another menu. So we actually get it done here. So we have the menu set up this way, where you have the title and so let's get back to the main activity of Kotlin. Now we have that set up. So we need to create the adapter since we've not declared any adapter body. So we need to actually create the view and so on. So in the recycler adapter class, this is a Java class. Now we can connect a Java class with a Kotlin class. So I will just pick up the Java. I think I have the project somewhere here. So let me just pick up the adapter. Cool. This is the adapter. Just copy that out. Now just paste that right there. So we could just test out. Now we're going to use part of space the right there, and need to import the Recyclerview. At the same time, we need to do some imports: the image view, the text view, and the view. So need to do that as well, so that the item view can work. We need for the snack bar, and the view group, import the layouts, inflator for the class. So we are only left with the images, which I will actually copy them in shortly. So we have that copied in, and we can easily do the test. Get to test that right there on. It should actually go out fine. We're cool, no error whatsoever. So our main activity is in Kotlin, while the adapter is in Java. Can you see how we get to intermingle the two different language? So that's very cool. So that's what you can do out of the box as well. You can use Java, you can mix Java up with Kotlin. So it doesn't really matter if you are, it doesn't really matter which language you're using. So it's just based on the two. You can use the two at the same time. So that's the beauty of the extension and the beauty of Kotlin. And this that's come to stay, and you can actually incorporate it in your application. You can see how you can onboard a Java project down to Kotlin. But at the same time, you have to fix some little bugs or errors that might pop out in the course of importing or in the course of copying different logic of Java to Kotlin. So that's just for now. In previous or in next videos, we'll be looking deeper into Kotlin syntax. I actually take it step by step, because onboarding into a new programming language could be a daunting task for people out there. So we actually have to take it step by step so that we get to understand it and embrace it well. So thank you guys. I'll be showing the demo of this application using a screencast, so I'll get to see how it worked, and to be sure that it actually worked perfectly. Thank you one more time, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye.